Good evening and welcome to this live broadcast. I'm MJ Lifestylist coming to you from my home and studio in Bournemouth in the UK. And tonight Bella and I are going to bring you motivation, inspiration and conversation for your week ahead. We hope that you can join us for the next hour or so, roughly an hour. We're going to do some oracle cards and some conversation and chat and see what it is that you've been up to this weekend and how you are going to be spending your next week. So good evening to Claire, Simon, Melissa, Cody, Claire. Hello. Janice is here. Good evening, Janice. How are you? Hi. Welcome, everybody. What have you been up to today? What have you been doing? How have you spent your Sunday afternoon? It's been a lovely bright day here. We had some friends over for tea and cake. But what have you done today or for this weekend? When I say friends, I mean another couple over and we had a distanced tea and cake. But what have you been up to? How have you spent your weekend? Have you enjoyed the glorious weather? If you're here in Bournemouth with us, have you enjoyed our weather? If you're elsewhere in the country, how have you spent your weekend? Or even here in Bournemouth or in the UK or in Dorset, however you want to say it, how have you spent your time over the weekend? I'd love to hear your stories and love to see how we are all doing. We're going to do a couple of cards. We're going to do a couple of messages for people. So really important to just get your messages in. Let's see how we are doing. Right. We want to also say hello to Vicky Campbell and Claire, Jenny Lucas, Jenny Caroline, Diane, Claire Woodchurch. Hi. Good evening. Bit of gardening, some painting by numbers and relaxing. Lovely. Adrian Pope is here. Hi, Adi. Good evening, Jenny Lucas. How are you all? Melissa's been working. Fun times. Right, so lots of activity, lots been going on. Simon, I see you posted a picture of your completed outfit against a backdrop. I'm assuming it was against a backdrop. Really nice to see that. I've been working on some projects. And seeing how those are starting to come together. Something that might surprise and amaze all of you. But you know, we're keeping it undercover at the moment just to see how we go ticking along. So Diane says, evening lovely. Just come back from having a lovely Indian curry. Hope you and Bella are well. We're fine. Bella's right here on my lap. You can see her down here at the bottom of your screens. She's just chilling in front of the fan. I hope the fan isn't interrupting the broadcast too much. But it is quite warm up here, so we've got a little air cooler facing us and doing its thing for us. So that is what we are doing. Okay. Right, saw a friend yesterday and had a lovely walk at Hengersbury Head today. Beautiful, really gorgeous. Right, Heal the Ouch comes up first. I am, thank you, Adrian. It's card 38. Card 38 comes to an 11. And here we have a raccoon nursing a fox. Obviously that wouldn't happen in nature. The raccoon's even got a little nurse's hat on. The fox has got an ice pack on its head. And it's sort of like an unconventional healing coming out of a conventional situation. Yeah, you have two wild animals, but clearly the raccoon wouldn't usually nurse the fox. It's card 11, which means we're looking at angelic energy and guidance and love coming from the angels, from your guardians, from spirit. We've also got lots of pink in the back of the card. Pink. And often I tell everyone that is actually our higher heart chakra, and specifically that is aimed at our secret hopes, dreams, aspirations and wishes. It's the ability for us to just really bring to the fore what it is that we most desire at this time, what we most need at this time, and being very clear about what we want to attract into our lives. Remember, if you focus on the things you don't want, guess what the universe is going to do? It's going to bring you more of what you don't want. It's incredibly important to know, to realize, to understand that all your focus and attention should be put on what you want to attract, not on what you don't want to attract. Because whatever you think about, you bring about. So if you're thinking about the stuff you don't want, guess what's going to happen? More of the stuff you don't want. There's a little loophole that not very many people are aware of, and I'm just making you aware of it now. So try and focus your hopes, dreams, attentions, wishes on what it is that you want to attract in your life. not what it is that you want to avoid. Cool. Cody says, I've had a nice weekend, but some questionable stuff has happened and I'm confused. Right, Cody, would you care to share, or is it something you want to talk about in private? Sounds quite mysterious. Diane says, cute card. Claire says, what cards are you using? I'm using the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. It's my original deck of cards that I love so much. The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. Really nice cards to use. They are really comfortable. They shuffle really easily. And there's only one sort of... she doesn't even call it bad. She just says there's one sort of warning card in this deck. Everything else is fine. But there's one card that you should heed its warning. So there's, you know, on balance, it's both good and bad, but in a good mixture of the way it's brought about, the good way of sort of sharing it. Magic Prayer comes in next. Card 32 comes to a 5, Magic Prayer. And Magic Prayer is about knowing what you want to attract. So like with Heal the Ouch, there's pink here too. There's pink in this orb here. There. And so Heal the Ouch is just about... Magic Prayer is just about being very clear and definitive about what it is that you want to achieve in your life and how you want to achieve it and how you go about achieving it. It's about putting all your ideas down and then leaving them up to Spirit, or leaving them up for Spirit to interpret, or for Spirit to sort out for you. Simon says, just managed to link you to my TV. I see that's possible. I've got it as a function as well. But I don't know that I want to link myself to my own TV while I'm live, because that'd be a bit confusing for me. That's okay, Cody. I might message you tomorrow then, my love. Right. Claire says, I love that card. I do too. She kind of throws her head back and she's just offering up this Magic Prayer. The thing I didn't mention was she had butterfly wings over her eyes as like a mask, and those are translucent. So she's really trusting in Spirit, and she's really learning to blend with her spiritual energy and allow that to happen. So that's really, really good. Yes, I'd also like to know, how would you comment when you're on TV? I don't know how you would do that. Maybe you can still do it on your phone, Ruth. I don't know. Maybe you can still do it on your phone. It's a slight possibility. Cody, I can call you straight after the broadcast tomorrow morning, so 10:30ish. I will get hold of you at 10:30ish. Straight after the broadcast. Right. So you can watch it on the TV, but you can still comment via your phone. Well, that's good to know. Moonlight comes up next. Hi, Tony Goswell. Card 51, Moonlight. Moonlight comes up next, and this card is gorgeous. You've got a figure, and she's got wings. There's an hourglass next to her on the wall. She's on a balcony. You can see the moon, and then you can see here an owl in the moon. An owl in the moon. So a couple of things. 51 comes to a 6, so it's about family. Very interesting card because it indicates someone who does their best thinking or their best working at midnight, which is definitely myself. Moonlight, sorry, which is definitely myself. I'm definitely more of a night person. I do a lot of my ideas, a lot of my inspiration comes to me in the night time, so moonlight is good there. It talks about timing with the hourglass, so the hour is right, the time is right to come up with your ideas. And then the owl, for me, is interesting because the owl is indicative of... So owls can turn their heads in 360 degrees, and they also have very, very good eyesight and hearing. Eyesight and hearing, because obviously they are nocturnal. They are animals that operate at night and do all their hunting at night and all their gathering at night. But they can turn their heads 360 degrees, and they are able to just be observant. So whilst you are in the moonlight, whilst you are coming up with your best ideas, whilst you have your best moon energy, which is also mother energy, it's receiving energy, so you're open to things at night, and you can receive at night, and we give off during the day. And if you think about it, when you sleep, you're receiving energy while you sleep, you're having a good night's rest. So you wake up energized, and you're able to use or expend or release that energy during the day. And that is sun energy, father energy is release. So receive is moon energy, mother energy. And so that's just actually come to me right now, which actually makes total sense. But it says, while you're being observant at night, be observant with your eyes, be observant with your ears. Make sure you hear and see everything that there is possibly to hear and see on the topic whilst you are doing certain things. So really, really, really important to be an observer whilst you are actually being receptive as well to new energy, new ideas, new projects coming your way. Card 50 thereafter tells us that card 50 is compass, and compass comes about when you are on the right track, you found your north, you need to follow the direction you're facing and just carry on. The compass will guide you. And, excuse me, most of us don't realize that when we have those little gut feelings, when we have those inklings towards doing things, we should absolutely follow our compass, absolutely follow our gut, because your gut will never, ever lead you wrong. It's really, really important to work to your strength, to know your truth, and to work in the direction that you're facing. So really, really good. I'm still waiting to hear what lots of you have been doing for your weekend. Does anyone have any big plans for the week up ahead? I see we are lagging with our broadcast again tonight, meaning that I'm not getting messages as quickly as I might like to. And so it is going to be another one of those conversations that takes a while to get going, because Simon's comment is still there from 5 minutes ago. So, who wants to share? Is anybody willing to go live this evening? Anybody happy for me to video call them and do a little live message? I promise I won't do it if you're not keen. Only if you're keen to have a message live on screen, which means my video will call your video. Anybody up for that or keen for that? Well, actually, let's do that again. Have you said I've been working my costume, cooking for the kids, and making earrings? I saw the earrings, they're actually quite cool. They're really quite cool. Hi, sorry not been around, been working in the mornings. Okay. Well, let's hope that you're settling into your new home well. Claire says, don't seem to have the link, happy to try. Can't do live kitty winks in bedtime, lol. Claire, you're not coming up on my screen as someone I can invite tonight. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Some nights I can invite all of you, some nights I can only invite 3 or 4 of you. It's really, really weird. So we've got Gentle Gardener. Now she's the sister of the first card, which is Bone Collector. Agnieszka, hello. Gentle Gardener is the sister of the Bone Collector, my favourite card. She's card number 2. So 2 is about soulmates, twin spirits. I just went blank there. Soulmates, twin spirits, finding your true purpose, etc. It's also about looking at your shadow self. Now, interestingly enough, with Gentle Gardener, with this card specifically, you have these little fairy creatures that are sitting on what looks like eggs, and this head looking down at them from above, this face looking down at them from above. And so it's really, really a very, very interesting card. What she says is she doesn't care if we had to equate our life with a garden. And in the garden of your life, what do you have? Now, I've expanded on this idea on my own. My version of this is, in the garden of our life, we have weeds, we have flowers, we have fruit and veg, we have plants, we have trees, basically. For me, flowers are things that come and go, so they pass really quickly. So they could be acquaintances, or the latest fad, or whatever. The fruit and veg is education, all the things that happen during education time of our life. The shrubs and plants are people that hang around, friends that are around, and then the trees are like our family because they grow with us throughout our life. And after we're gone, they continue to grow. So the most consistent thing is the trees. This is obviously an analogy. It isn't true for everybody. And what she says is, I don't care what you choose to plant in your garden of your life. What I will do is I will tend the garden lovingly without any judgment. So the gentle gardener is there to support us. She's there to grow with us. She's there to move on with us. She also advises that the weeds in our life, like perhaps sometimes when we make bad choices, or sometimes when we choose the wrong people or make the wrong decisions, that can affect our life drastically. But sometimes weeds are actually sent to protect us, because some weeds actually protect plants during their lifetimes. They protect them from predators or insects or bugs or whatever. So some weeds are actually there as a defense mechanism for a short period. Other weeds are weeds that need to be pulled and got rid of. But her whole story is, I don't care if you want to plant a full garden of fruit and veg and only have 1 or 2 trees you can rely on and a couple of weeds, that's fine. If you want to have a garden full of weeds, that's fine too. She bears no judgment on the plants, shrubs, trees, flowers, weeds, fruit and veg that you choose to plant in your garden. All she says is she will tend it lovingly and without judgment. And so too with our lives. We all make the choices. We should stick by our choices. We're responsible for our choices. But at the end of the day, they are our choices. And they will be indicated via the choices that we make, etc. And the thing is that we have to tend our garden from time to time. We have to look at the people around us. We have to look at the people we're associating with. We have to consider our options and decide what to keep and what to let go of. And I'm here to tell everyone here that if you are not being served by the people that are around you, if they don't serve a purpose in your life, if they don't bring you joy, if they don't have an occupation or a job or a function in your life and they're weighing you down, then maybe it's time to have a bit of a weed through your garden. The garden of our life needs to be tended, it needs to be nurtured, it needs to be looked after. And it is being looked after by Spirit as per the card that came up, but it's also our responsibility to choose what we plant into our life and to choose what goes in, so that we are able to better maintain and tend our garden here as well as in spirit. Okay? Cody says, I got some really lovely flowers from my mum for my birthday. Lilies and a bunch of others. I'm going to surprise her soon with her favourite flowers because she deserves everything. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really, really gorgeous. Thank you, Claire. Claire says that's lovely to Cody. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, so the Gentle Gardener, she's quite an elaborate card. And I only knew more about her because she came up and then I read the book that I think, who do I think? Claire Osti, I think you're starting to read the map, which is the book based on the creation of this deck of cards. Really, 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 really good book, the map, which Colette Baron Reid wrote as an accompaniment to this deck of cards and how she created them. Very interesting. Melissa says, my mother's birthday tomorrow, going to treat her to a Chinese. Yum. Fabulous, Melissa. I'm liking that a lot. I've got a small favourite with Chinese food. Hey, Vicky Thompson. Townsend. Hey, Vicky Townsend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bella and I would like to welcome you and everybody else joining us. Sorry, Agnieszka. I keep yawning. I didn't have much sleep last night. I was up until late, like really late, like 2 o'clock. And then I didn't get very good sleep. And this one kept running around the bedroom and doing her own thing. So Bella and I haven't had much sleep. Right. Oh, sorry, apologies, Claire. I thought you were buying it. Somebody in this group said they were going to go and buy the map by Colette Baron Reid to read it. Oh, you know what it might have been? It might have been Tiara, Reese's mom, Anita. It might have been Anita. Oh, all you boys and girls confuse me. All our regulars, you guys are lovely. It's a lovely book, Claire, but I don't know that it's necessary right now. Simon, if you want to read it, you can read it. I told you guys I have a copy in the library. Actually, I lie. Somebody's borrowed it from the library and hasn't returned it. If anybody's borrowed books, please return them once you read them from the library. I know we have 1,000 books, but there are lots of people in a queue waiting to read certain books. So, yeah. Thank you. She really deserves everything. Such a brave woman. Oh, bless you, Cody. That's such a lovely thing to say about your mum. Julie's here. Hey, Claire. Hey, Julie. Claire's saying, haha. And I was reading Claire's name, trying to say hey to Julie. Clearly, I can't multitask today either. Right. Let's see. Let's pick a name. Bum. So, I've spoken to all of you before. Hello, lovely. Aw, Victoria, you make me smile. I love that you've got such great energy. Such great energy. Okay, let's see where I'm going to go. Oh, I've got a skipping rope. Vicky Townsend. Are you here, Vicky Townsend? Vicky Townsend. Ah, I see. Vicky Townsend, are you still here? She doesn't show up on my screen because she's not a friend of mine on Facebook, so. But if she's still here, I want to talk to her. Eclipse tonight, so hopefully all our energy fields will pick up. Vicky's here. Okay. Melissa, I hope so. I really, really hope so. Right, Vicky. I want to try and work with you. Hopefully you can type back. Quickly. Vicky, would you understand having a skipping rope? Or something to do with the skipping rope? This is for Vicky. I think it is a full moon as well. Oh. Or boxing, Vicky. Like sport, boxing sport. You know, the boxing with your fists. I want a link to a skipping rope or boxing. Like club boxing or boxing in a gym. No, I don't try and change it. It's always got to do with what I'm talking about. Around you though, Vicky, my son boxes. And you have the skipping ropes, huh? Vicky, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's see. So I'm trying to call you. I don't know if you can answer. Or you can.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm okay. You need to turn one of the volume.
All right. I'll turn that one off. There we go.
Cool. Okay,
I can still hear. Fab.
Not a problem. So, skipping rope was the first thing I had, and boxing was the second thing I had.
Yep.
And I know that we haven't spoken about either of those things before.
No.
So there's an element of exercise, but you were right with the element thing, with the exercise thing. But there's an element of you getting out and about more to get more adherence to your life, like cardio stuff, walking, skipping, and this feels like it's going to take you out of your comfort zone well.
Yep.
I do remember we spoke something about that recently to do with ways to get out of your comfort.
Yep.
There's also something to do with everything that you make. When you make them, I know there are different stones, but are you ensuring that the stones are the same weight?
Not. I've only made 2 pairs, so not necessarily with the weight. No.
Okay. That might be a deciding factor.
Okay.
I know you won't get the same shape,
Yeah.
but if one weighs even half a gram more than the other, you're going to have,
Yeah.
because your ears control your body,
Right.
as well as your big toes.
Okay.
So people might be off center or not feeling well because the hearing is affecting the balance.
Okay, good idea. I'll get onto that.
Victoria Martin Lewis on here creates crystal jewelry. She's actually a jewelry person, like silver jewelry kind of thing. So maybe have a chat with her about that aspect of it, whether or not that's actually quite important.
Okay.
Or maybe she can come in here. Also, migraine to you?
Yeah, at this minute I've got a cracking head. Yeah, absolutely across there.
Okay, first and foremost, first you need to be in the dark rather than the bright.
Okay.
With a headache. Drinking lots of water, you need to flush your system as well.
Yeah, I haven't drunk much today, I must admit. So there we are, yeah.
Water with them.
Alright, cool.
It'll help to clean your body. But I'm talking about, like, if you can try and drink 3 liters between now and bedtime.
Right, okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, just literally saturate your body with water. But yeah, also if you draw the curtains, it'll help with your head.
Okay.
One last thing. Just a yes or a no, because we don't talk about your private stuff. Have I told you about writing a letter to your situation?
No, the past situation. No, you haven't said about writing the letter, no.
Okay, I'll try to get off.
Alright, cool.
Cool. That will help. Thank you for working with me.
Pleasure, mate. Love to see you soon. Right? Take care, pal.
Yeah. Great. Bye.
How do we come out?
Right, Vicky Townsend. How do I? Vicky, I'd love to chat to you, but I'm not a friend of yours on Facebook. Okay. Vicky, do you do exercise? Are you involved with exercise? Like actively? I want like yoga for you. Is Vicky still here? I don't know. I can't see. If you're not a friend of mine on Facebook, you don't show up as a person watching. So can someone tell me, is Vicky still here on the call? Because if she isn't, then I'll move on. Oh, there we go. New fitness plan. Right. Does that include yoga or some sort of passive exercise, Vicky? Or is it cardio and like full-on exercise? Cool. They want you to do more yoga. They almost want you to increase your yoga intake and focus on the breath work. Focus on the breathing. It's really going to help you to create flow and to allow you to be in your best spirits, mind, body, and spirit. Also, something's been niggling at you lately. Something's been bugging you in your mind. It feels like it just plays on and on and on like a stuck record. And it's time to let go of that. Either deal with it and sort it or let it go. But allowing it to take up space in your mind doesn't feel like it's the right consistency, space, or thing for you to be doing right now. It feels like you might choose to rather release it or let it go for your own best will, for your own sanity, for your own love. Just, don't let it occupy more of your space than it needs to, or more of your time than it needs to. You should choose to deal with it and let it go, or just let it go. Either of the two. Hey, Carol Rice, how are you? Vicky, also for you, there's a document that feels like it needs to be dealt with. There's a document that feels like it needs to be dealt with. Maybe you need to look at something. Maybe you need to check something, agree on something. I'm not too sure. But it feels very much like you need to just pay attention to the small print. Small print. There's also the card Sacred Pool that... okay. Sacred Pool's just popped out. 4 and 7's 11. Sacred Pool's got a girl lying on her back, floating in the water. Now we float in the water because we trust that we're not going to sink, and there's like a light coming from her tummy up towards spirit. So here we have sacred pool. So she's trusting and she's connecting with spirit. Sacred pool is all about trust. So with the nagging thing in your head, just trust that spirit will sort it out for you. Focus more on the breathing and the meditation with the yoga, because the breathing will help you cope. The breathing will take away any anxiety, any stress, all of those kinds of things. It is so, so, so important in this day and age, right now, anywhere in the world, with whoever we are in the world, to allow ourselves to breathe through things and to deal with things on a one-to-one basis, because it removes the stress and strain from things when we're able to breathe with and deal with things. Guys, if you're enjoying this, don't forget you can catch me live daily, Monday through Friday, from 10 until 10:30 here on my page, Monday through Friday from 10 till 10:30. In my head, I was about to say 8 till 8:30, and I thought, oh, that's way too early for me. So 10 to 10:30 UK time, I'm live here daily doing conversation, inspiration, motivation for your day. And then Sunday nights, we have our traditional evening of mediumship, where I do about an hour's worth of messages and info for you guys. And so that happens every Sunday evening. I'm working here live with all of you. I'm very well, thank you, Carol. Thank you for asking. Hey, Liesel Scott, how are you, darling? Let's hope you are well. And that cute little child of yours, oh, she's just too nunu. Sy's baie pragtig, hoor. So. Also, on Thursday night this week, we're supposed to be doing our mediumship course, our introductory to mediumship course. I wonder if any of you are interested in that. If not, not to worry, but that is what was planned for this Thursday evening. If you are interested, take a look at our page and we will be happy to have the details there for you. If you can't find them, drop me a message and I will try and sort something out. Let's see where we go. Dum dum diddle bump circus. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Spoiled for choice, really, but I've read for all of you, so that shouldn't prevent me from reading for you again, really. Oh, calling my sister from another mister. Where's my sister from another mister? Pleasure, Vicky. Not a problem at all. Thank you so much for working with me. If we were friends on Facebook, I'd be able to video call you and then I can actually speak to you. There she is. Bonjour.
Hello. Bonjour, mon cher.
Right. So, Melissa, I know we speak every week anyway because of group, but
Yeah.
I've got this thing to tell you right now. Like, I was looking through the list and it was like basically everyone that I can video call, I have video called before. So there's no reason why I can't video you guys again. Just because you've been on before doesn't mean I can't do it again. And it's my rules. So, I had this feeling when I was looking at the list to talk to you about mindfulness. Mindfulness. Because it feels like the mediumship and the cards and all the care work you do, etc., all the stuff you're already doing, it's like you've locked that down and you know it. And now they want to kind of go, well, here's the challenge. Now that you've got all of that working like smoothly, or as smooth as we can right now, let's move into mindfulness and allow Melissa to be more mindful of being in the moment with each and every one of her tasks. It's by no means a criticism. It's not even like a constructive thing. It's just like, right, you've got all the other things working now. They're all on the burners going and doing their things. Now try and mindfulness in as a focus for you, or this might be for some of the clients with whom you work.
Yeah, it could be. I can imagine that.
Especially for people who kind of just want to whiz through things and get them done. So it feels like you might want to go, no, come on now, let's do your breakfast routine. And I know you do that kind of thing anyway with clients and you've got a great rapport with them, but maybe it's for you to be aware, be more mindful about even the small things in life and how they can achieve small tasks. This also feels like it specifically could work for someone who might have a dark cloud looming over them. Maybe they're a very grumpy person. Maybe they're just not having a good time at the moment. Maybe they're sore from pain or medication or whatever, and they're seeing everything as glass half empty. And it's like you could very actively be providing the glass half full scenario in a Melissa way, not in a get down and beg and bow down to them. It's like, come on now, you know, in your very, very unique, jovial way. Some
Yeah,
of
I
that will
do.
then rub off
They
onto
say I
you.
do cheer them up a lot
Yes, absolutely.
because I turn things which could be quite grim into quite a fun and positive outlook. So yeah, I
That's
can see that
exactly what I'm
happening.
looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Turn it up a notch and let's make it a more active practice than a passive practice, because actively you are helping so many people that are working with you, through you, providing that ray of sunshine for them in an otherwise gloomy world. So please know that you're doing the right thing, and to continue to do that would be an absolutely concerned, and for everybody gathered together would be for you. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
Cool.
I will do my best.
And then to go with the other news that you shared with me privately this week, yeah, your dad says good on her.
Good, thank you.
Good on her.
Is there a message for Mum for Mum's birthday tomorrow from Dad?
Not from what I can gather when I'm on the spot, but I will try and figure that one out for you and maybe send you a message. He's just said, that's my girl. That's my girl.
I am indeed. I'm more like him than he knows.
That's my girl. That's what he wants to say. That's my girl. So just know that you're loved, you're cared for, you're respected, and you're doing the right thing, and continue to do the work that you do with those that you work with. It's an absolutely gorgeous, rewarding task sometimes, but sometimes it can be, as you know, incredibly difficult to do the care. So thank you from all of those in spirit for all of those here on the earth plane. Okay.
Oh, I love every single one of them. Thank you, and I love you too.
Bless you, Mel. Thank you, sister from another mister. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Bye. Right, we got Carol Summerfield's joined us, Mike Jones, Darren Hayward, Mahesh is here. Debs is here, and Sarah is here. Hi. Let's see, Carol Summerfield, if you're still here, if you snuck in here. Carol, I'm going to try and call you. Please answer my call if you can. Carol Summerfield, I'd love to do a little bit of a reading for you. Let's see if it works. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. If you're happy to be on a live reading, I just haven't read for you in ages. And I feel like I want to talk to you. If you've just joined us, we are doing sort of live readings this evening and seeing who we can chat to. If Carol's unable to talk to me, I won't be offended. It's just I'm trying my luck. It says adding you, Carol, so I don't know if you are able to take this call, if you're still here. Carol Summerfield. Oh, now it says I can't call people. Right, let's do another card while we wait. Deshni, how are you? Oh, no answer from the live video guest. Let's see. There we go. Carol!
Hi.
It's so lovely to see you.
Thank you.
I'm very well, thank you. Sorry for putting you on the spot.
No, that's fine.
But every week I look for people to read for, and I have all my regulars here. But it's so lovely to see someone who hasn't been around for a while.
I
Your
haven't.
little grandson is too cute.
I know.
He is just a bundle of joy. And I've only spoken to Jo once since she's had him, but I do need to video call her again because I think we need a good catch up. So
Yes,
for you,
we'd like
Carol, I'm not aware of what's going on with you. I know you've moved further afield because I think Jo mentioned that, but I'm hoping you're choosing to move back this way. Is that a good thing for you?
Yeah, I am.
Are you here now, or are you moving back to?
I'm here. I'm with Jo now, and I'm moving into a flat in a few weeks.
Oh, amazing. So is she there with you now? Not
No,
directly, but
she's upstairs with baby.
oh, please
Putting
send
to
her my
sleep.
love. Hello, I need
I
to call
will.
her.
I will.
For you, I feel that the energy is much better down here for you. I think it's going to really gel well for you. I feel like when you were wherever you were, it felt a little bit like on hot coals, like never really settling, is what I want to
Yeah.
say. I
Yeah,
don't know the
that's right.
situation, and as you know, it's not my business, and I don't broadcast people's private business on my stuff. But I
Yeah.
feel like I want to say a little bit like dancing about, not really settling, is what I feel, and that now you can finally come back, settle, and breathe out. Like you
Yeah.
can just relax.
Yes,
That's really,
Martin.
really good for you, both
Thank you.
physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I
Thank
want to
you.
say that for you because there's work that you still need to be doing. And I don't mean your day-to-day work, which I believe used to be in nursing. Are you still in nursing?
I'm still employed in nursing at the moment, but
Okay.
yeah.
I think you're diversifying though, and I think you're going to find your feet in another direction. It might still be linked to like holistic stuff or whatever, but it feels like something different from nursing per se, from the
Yeah.
umbrella of nursing.
I can take that.
When did you move away?
When did I move? What, back or away?
Away.
Last June. No, last August. Yeah.
Okay, because are you aware that Delia passed away last year in
Yes,
December
I
or in
am.
November?
Yeah.
I did her eulogy for her funeral, but it was a beautiful little tiny intimate service, a very very
Yeah.
quick intimate service.
Yeah.
But I'm just reminded of her energy around me, which is nice for me. As you know, I was incredibly close to her, but I know
Yeah.
you took care of her at one
Yeah.
stage and would often check on her. And I want
Yeah.
to say above and beyond the call of duty, like it wasn't really your job to keep checking on her,
No.
but you did so because you have that kind of rapport with the people with whom you work. And that's going to stand you in good stead going forward into your new career, because that's the thing, is any job that we have currently, wink wink nudge nudge, might be taking all the energy out of us and all the effort to go in and do that job under those circumstances, whatever the job is. But the person that we are, that we bring to the job, even when we leave, we take those qualities with us and we take those traits with us. So anything that you've done that I'm aware of, like with the taking special care of Delia or with showing a special interest in her, that stands a credit to you, not to the career that you're in. And
No, but
that quality goes with you when you move forward. So many
yeah.
blessings from Spirit for you. Really, really
Thank
lots
you.
of blessings for Spirit from you. I'm not aware because I don't think I spoke to Joe about it, but your mum is still around, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
How's her health doing at the moment?
Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
Is there a breathing issue there, like a inherent breathing issue, like asthma or something here in the chest?
She panics. She's got has panic attacks, Martin.
Okay, so that's also yes, because it's the labored short breath I'm looking at, the trying to catch your breath. Okay. I think knowing that you are in a better headspace and heart space and that your kids are fine, etc., will help her, but it won't allay the panicking. It might just help her to feel a little bit better knowing that all of you are safe and
Yeah.
healthy and good, and maybe to keep in contact as much as humanly possible. I will go on record as saying with my mum it's quite difficult to keep in contact because each time I do, I'm reminded of not actually physically being there with her or being able to do anything physical for her because I'm at such a distance from her.
Yeah,
And I seem
of
to
course.
recall your mom is also at a distance, is she not?
She's on the Isle of Wight.
There we go. Okay, for me that's like Narnia. I don't know where that is. I know where it is, but I've never been there.
Yeah.
I'd love to go. Hint, hint. I'd love to go to the Isle of Wight. You know, we can go on a day trip like Thelma and Louise. But
Yeah, that'll be
putting
good.
her mind at ease will
Yeah.
help. It won't fix it, but it will help. I hope that's helped you in some way this evening.
Yeah, very good,
And
Martin.
thanks for allowing me to work with you. It's so lovely to have you back and to see you back. As soon as this
Thank
crazy
you.
COVID has decided to dance its last dance, we need to get together with your grandkids and you and me and a glass
Yeah.
of wine.
Oh yeah, or two. That's lovely.
It's grape
Thanks.
juice. It's one of your 5 a day. Please take care of yourself. Please give your daughter a
I
big love
will
and a kiss.
do. I will do. Thank
And
you
the
so much.
munchkin. Thank you. Have a
God
good
bless
evening.
you.
Thanks,
And
Carol.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And that was Carol Summerfield. Carol's daughter Joanne used to work with me and also is a very, very gifted medium who's taking a break at the moment because she's had a little boy. And so it's always so lovely to see people that I've not seen for a very, very long time and to do some work with them. Deshni Victoria says, curlers in my hair, so no life for me. Hee hee hee. Well, last week Anita made it with a makeshift tiara, which was quite lovely. Quite lovely. Right, let's do a card. Oh, Wizard of Awareness, card number 3. So Wizard of Awareness comes in as card number 3. And he says, whenever there's a situation in your life that you can't quite handle or you don't quite know what to do with the situation, he'd like you to step out of the situation and sit in his throne and be the observer of the situation. Watch it from the outside. And when you watch it from the outside, you gain perspective. Card number 3 is all about change. Change is occurring around us all the time. Day to day, there are new changes happening with restrictions, with life, with work, with social activities. And so we need to keep our finger on the buzzer. However, if it feels like it's getting too much, if it feels like it's weighing us down, the best thing to do is to sit back and to actually observe the situation. Become the observer. Do not act in haste at the moment with anything going on, any paperwork, any notifications, anything like that. Do not act in haste because we are still Mercury retrograde. Sue Venus, hey Sue. I don't know if I said hello earlier. You were busy. You'd arrived a little bit late and you were saying that you were arriving late, and I think I was talking to someone. So hey Sue, much love to you. Mwah. So yes, right now communication is being affected by Mercury retrograde. In fact, I think I'm told that we've got 3 planets in retrograde at the moment, which means there's lots of miscommunication going on, lots of misfiring going on. It all is quite a muddle at the moment, and something that we just need to keep track of, because we all are responsible for what we say, how it is said, what we do, and how it is done. Those are the things we're responsible for. We cannot take responsibility for other people's actions. We cannot take responsibility for how other people behave. All we can do is take responsibility for ourselves. And if each person did that, we'd be doing much better, wouldn't we? Claire says, it's so lovely to hear these live readings. You are amazing. They are so accurate. Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you. That card resonates with me so well. That's what I need to do. Yeah. And it's always good to have a reminder to say, you know what, if you're in a situation, you are so close to the situation that you can't see the detail. If you take yourself out of the situation, sit back and observe the situation, you're far better able to see all the detail in front of you. It's like a camera moving back on a film set. Camera pan, or whatever it's called, pans back, or whatever that word is. I can't think of the word. The camera moves back and suddenly you can see the bigger picture. And that's what we're trying to say here, the bigger picture. Everyone says they can definitely, Victoria says, definitely relate to that card. Just what I needed to hear as well. Amazing. Claire Whitchurch says Mars is one of them. Yeah, so it's Mars. Mercury's in retrograde, Mars is in retrograde, and I think it might be Venus, I think. I don't know. Melissa, do you know? Melissa, maybe you can type up for us. What 3 planets are in retrograde at the moment? Melissa is our little go-to lady for all the things going on in the stars. So lovely to hear from all of you this evening. Lemon water. Lemon juice and water helps to alkalize the body. Even though lemon is an acid, when it goes into your body, it alkalizes and is really, really helpful for maintaining weight, for weight loss, for all sorts of things. Really, really good. Capricorn isn't a planet, Victoria. Oh, that's what you mean. Michelle, hi Michelle, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 Michelle. Oh, my hat. I'm doing all sorts of strange things. Let me just get the light back on. There we go. Mercury's retrograde, Saturn and Pluto too. but where you are right, Victoria, is there's something to do with Capricorn being, there we go, lunar eclipse in Capricorn. That's what's happening with Capricorn. Well done. Sue says, yes, I am. Thank you, Sue, for being here. In fact, thank you all for being here. It's been lovely to chat this evening. Once the conversation gets going, it does flow quite nicely. Let's see if I can chat to Michelle quickly. Michelle, can you take a call? Oh, no. No, Michelle's gone. Oh, dear. Heron curlers? What's that all about? Claire, Joanna Osti. Claire, is there a cake? I know your daughter does the baking. Is there a cake being baked at the moment, or a cake that you've had this weekend to celebrate something? Why have I got a cake around you, Claire? Oh, my flowers have died now, Claire. My flowers died today. Claire brought me beautiful flowers and brought them to my doorstep. Some lovely hydrangea, and they've lasted for over a week, nearly 2 weeks. In my vase here next to my little broadcast bit. So, my beautiful flowers are dead. Want busy with the planets. Was busy with the planets? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Sue. Claire, is there a birthday cake around you or a cake around you? What's going on with the cake, Claire? I meant to ask you. That's what I meant to ask you. Ooh. Oh, busy with the planets. Oh, I love it, Sue. It's Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. 6 currently in retrograde. Good Lord. It's a very busy solar system we've got then. If there's 6 in retrograde, only 3 are moving forwards. 6 of them are moving backwards. Good Lord. Or seem to be moving backwards, should I say. That's why we're all a bit doolally this week. Okay, so Claire says no cake, I'm afraid. There's a celebration or a cake coming up for you, Claire. Okay, 2 daughters have birthday soon. I think you told me that the other day, though. So there's a celebration coming up soon. The plans for the cake need to be reinforced. I know I think you said Maya makes the cakes. It's funny because if there's no cake at the moment, then the cake that's being planned needs to be planned properly. Make sure you got all the ingredients for it, because if we've forgotten to get the ingredients, then when we go to get them, there won't be ingredients. So if we want to make sure that the cake is doable, possible, going to happen, then we need to ensure that we have all the ingredients already in the cupboards. Even though they're only coming up in July sometime, they need to be in the cupboards now. There's a joke about it, Claire. There's a joke about something running out, like icing sugar or whatever. So, yeah. Claire Whitchurch is checking out all the planets. Bringing me more flowers? Ooh, you spoil me. Maybe you can pick up some books then, Claire. That might be an idea, if you'd like. Victorian says, headache of a week? Absolutely. Claire, just put me in the list. Are you also in retrograde? We're all in retrograde, guys. We're all going backwards this week. So, what are we going to do, guys? Keep your head down. Keep to your business. Know your truth. Speak your mind, but be responsible for what you say, responsible for what you do, responsible for how you react, like act, and your actions. Hey, Michelle Dennis, be responsible is what I'm trying to say. But keep your head down and keep walking your path. Keep being your truth. You know, nobody can fault us for being our own person, our own authentic self. Really, really important right now. Just keep to your path. Keep doing your thing. Keep being the best version of you that you can possibly be. As always, I'd like to thank you all for being here with me this evening. I'd like to thank you for bearing with me and joining in the conversation. It's been so lovely having you all here. So let us remember to be kind to ourselves and each other. Take care of yourselves. Put your best foot forward. Do your thing. We are absolutely in awe of every one of you and what you are currently doing to let your freak flag fly, make the best of your situation. We're doing so well, guys. I enter into, I think it's week 16 or 17 tomorrow. I have lost count. My current date for being able to leave the property seems to be the 1st of August. So another month behind closed doors. So as with everything, please take care of yourselves and each other. Look after yourselves. Be blessed. Have a fantastic week ahead. Lots of love to all of you. Please do join us tomorrow morning if you feel so inclined. Have a fantastic evening further. Namaste. MJ.